Hey everyone and welcome back. Okay, in this tutorial what I want to do is I want to use the concat method again, but this time what I want to do is I want to create a third array. We'll do Australian cities, and then I want to use the .concat method or the concat method and using dot notation to access concat. What I want to do is just basically create an array called cities and add both the American cities and let me start again. We're going to create an array of Australian cities, and then what we're going to do is we're going to basically use the concat method to add both the American cities and the Australian cities to the Canadian cities array. Okay, so we'll just do 4 Australian cities. So we'll start with the big one, Sydney, Australia. I'd love to go visit someday. We have Perth. I have an uncle in Perth, and I have a friend who's about to move to Brisbane. I'd like to see that place too someday. Okay, awesome. So now we have our various cities. So what do we want to do? Let's just create an array. We'll call it cities. Okay, so we're going to have all the cities that we want to basically travel to. And what we're going to do is we're going to assign that the value of the Canadian cities array. So these cities here, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary. But we're going to use dot notation to access concat, that method inside of JavaScript. We have our parentheses because we're calling or invoking a method. And what we can do to combine all of these 3 different arrays into one array called cities is we can actually pass in both the American cities as an argument to the concat method, and we can also pass in the Australian cities to the concat method. And now, if we log out console.log, let's try that again. If I do console.log cities, our cities array, let's see what we get. We get all 12 cities in our array. So we have the Canadian cities, which was the original array, then we have the American cities, and then we have the Australian cities. And like I've showed you previously, we can use the spread operator by typing ... prior to the array name, and that will unpack all of the elements of the array. So instead of seeing the index number and the element, sort of like key value pairs, we basically just directly get the data, so all of the cities. Okay, awesome. So guys, that was a bit more practice with the concat method. I'll see you in the next few tutorials where we will continue to work with arrays.